Good Monday morning. This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, May 21st. Looking at precipitation over the past 7 days, been fairly wet across the north. Green areas indicating a ½ inch to an inch of rain. Our main concern are our southern areas, particularly southern Utah, southern Nevada. You can see in terms of normality, areas in red are basically 5% of normal, so a dry week across our southern areas. And these are the primary areas that we're concerned about as we're heading into the start of fire season shortly. Quite moist and up to over 300% of normal precipitation for portions of the western Great Basin. Looking at some of our fuel conditions here, 1,000-hour fuels starting to dry out quite a bit. This area here in the orange is a single digit, 6 to 10% 1,000-hour fuel humidity. So that could in itself start threatening the possibility of fires with larger, heavier fuels in some of the higher terrain of southern Utah and maybe Mount Charleston area outside of Nevada. A look at our 100-hour fuels already across the Four Corners area into the Manti La Sal Mountains at probably midsummer levels, below 5% on the 100-hour fuel charts. And of particular concern, southeast Utah, you can see that ERCs, this was taken just a few days ago, are at record levels, more typical of late June, early July, as well as 1,000-hour fuels here, right at record levels, again, more typical of the end of June, which for them would typically put them in the middle of their fire season. So at this point, we're quite concerned about southeastern Utah as we start getting into late May. Satellite imagery does offer some cooler weather, low pressure with moisture pushing into portions of Nevada into southwest Utah. Most of this will stay just west of the Utah-Nevada border as this low closes off, but overall temperatures should be near normal, if not cooler than normal, under the influence of this low pressure. So here's our map for later this afternoon. Here's the low, and here's the moisture in the green. Again, primarily west of the Utah-Nevada border. Showers and isolated thunderstorms, higher humidity. Great overall dispersion in most areas in the white, which is what you typically expect under low pressure. Transport winds not particularly strong, except over portions of southern Utah, and some of these are outflow boundaries from thunderstorms. Mixing heights in the vertical are very good, especially across Utah, about 10,000 to 8,000 feet above ground level. We see the dark orange and the brown. Not much change for Tuesday. The low weakens and opens up, but still lots of clouds and moisture. Best chance of showers again across western areas. Great overall dispersion. Transport winds the lightest in the west, strongest coming out of the south across eastern areas here in Utah. And where you see these purple blips, these are outflow boundaries from thunderstorms. This is actually the computer model indicating where thunderstorms might be occurring. Excellent overall mixing heights, especially across the eastern areas. And we continue with the outlook for Wednesday. This low kind of opens up and drifts further north into Montana. Another low dropping down off the California coast. Dispersion remains excellent in the white. Transport winds out of the south and southwest here, picking up across parts of southern Nevada and into western Utah. Good overall mixing in the vertical. And the next 3 days, excellent overall dispersion with the Utah Clearing Index. Now, precipitation over the next 3 days, basically taking us from Monday afternoon through Thursday afternoon. Heaviest in this dark green to bluish shades, a 1/4 inch to a ½ inch, and even some pockets close to an inch across the higher terrain of the Rubies and across the Sierra, across Nevada. This will keep things down in Bay and not really concerned for any new fires popping up. Maybe even be too moist for any burns in a lot of areas, but that moisture gets lighter as you head further to the east. Now on Thursday, another low pressure approaching the central California coast. Excellent overall dispersion, upper level flow, and transport winds out of the south and southeast. This low moves inland across the Bay Area on Friday. So again, we don't expect to see any excruciatingly hot temperatures, but we could see some good winds picking up ahead of this system in some of our drier areas of the Arizona Strip and parts of the Monuments area in southeast Utah. And that'll be especially the case again on Saturday. There'll be more moisture deepening, especially across Nevada, where they can continue to see isolated scattered showers and wet thunderstorms. And that pattern continues into Sunday as well. And some of that shower and thunderstorm activity could extend into the higher terrain of Utah as well. Precipitation accumulation days 4 and 5 mainly confined to the west, but that'll be pushing eastwards in time. Now, our 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center shows above normal temperatures across a good portion of the Great Basin, actually really good chances for above normal temperatures. Also a drying trend, especially for the northern portion of the Great Basin, but really no wetness after this weekend's system. This concludes our briefing. We'll have another smoke briefing this Wednesday as well as Friday, and we begin our fire season operations with 7 days of briefings focused mainly on fire starting this coming Sunday. Have a great day.